Slipping on a maiden day, the ports were far and few. Climbing up the jungle gym to steal a bird's eye view. Then I see a simple man all dressed in red and blue. Rock!
Deo, Deo.
Baby's got a burger and a chicken and that naked won't go down. Baby's got a burger and a chicken and that shit it won't go down. Corrosion to her thighs, erosion of her pride. Baby's got sugar, baby's got corrosion now, corrosion now. Baby's got it.
All right, here's the big test. I don't know what that was. Sorry. What are we doing here? What's this? What's this? Sorry, last minute stuff I should have done like a few minutes ago, but I didn't do it. You guys hear me okay out there? Huh? You guys hear me? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I'm going to assume you guys can hear me because no one's complaining yet. Usually they complain when I speak. Yeah. Welcome to This is Morning Extra. Oh, good, Willie. Thank you so much. And Willie, right off the top here, I think Willie always puts these the super chat in like super early sometimes when he's got a split. So I just want to shout him out here. He said, I'm wishing your new show all the success in the world, and maybe we can all figure out how to make sense out of this dystopian society, or maybe not. I'll just settle for making 1984 fiction again. Very nice. Thank you for that, Willie. I appreciate it. All right, so it's been a minute since I've done a show. Definitely been a minute since I've been up in the morning doing something like this. So shout out to everybody that's we had some issue on Rumble, wasn't connecting. We're back on now, so I don't know if the chat's going to show up, but we'll see. But we're back up on Rumble, and I don't care how long I've been doing this. I'm always nervous before like the very first show of one of these things because the audio's untested, the video's untested. You know, I was looking at the camera here when when I was getting this thing set up, and I said, "Man, you are one white motherfucker." Holy shnikes. We got Anonymous in the house, Willie Bragg Show, of course. Ed Heller, good to see you, bud. Rick Solace, and who wakes up at this unsatany hour? Is that what you said? Let's see if this works. Yes. I was looking at CNN, and what my home is this. Very nice. Yeah, so, of course, first show, there's going to be bugaboos, there's going to be nervousness, there's going to be some crazy stuff, so let me just throw it out here, what the show's about, what we're doing. Good morning, Desert Mantis. Good to see you. So what's going on is I'm going to give you news, you know, from around the world, from as many independent news sources, trusted ones that I can get my hands on, and then I pass the savings along to you, my friends. So and of course the savings are free because it's a free show. If you'd like to donate to the show, links down below. Appreciate it. We're trying to get this thing running on the regular. Right now we're doing this show this morning, possibly one Wednesday and Friday, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this thing goes tits up today. It's probably gonna be Friday because I'm gonna need some time to fix some shit. So, and I'm doing like a whole bunch of new shit too that I haven't done before. So anxiety levels like woo up here. So yeah. Anyway, so this morning, basically what we're going to do, give you a rundown of some of the news and, you know, some funny stuff towards the end. Usually the hard stuff is going to be right off the top. No joking about that stuff. We got to keep that serious because, you know, it's no laughing matter. But there's other stuff that we can laugh at. That's coming up later in the program. All right, so big show today. Our big topic this morning is what's going on in Israel and Gaza. I think we're pretty much caught up with all our independent news sources, the horrors that are going on over there. It is a genocide, and you know, there's just no way around it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some stuff I'm playing today. You know, I'm not trying to hype, but you know, in this heightened Karen managerial era, there's going to be, you know, some people that are not going to like a lot of the stuff. Even though it's true, I'm trying to, you know, and if I get something wrong, on the news here, please, let me know in a nice way. Don't like, hey, dumbass, didn't you know that so-and-so and so? No, I didn't. Had I known, I probably would have said that. So any help you can give me in that respect, I want to pass along the information that's correct and informative. So anyway, I know that's kind of a weird environment for me too. I'm used to, let's be honest, butt plugs and dick jokes in the middle of the night. Again, here in the morning, I'll tell you what tastes a lot better though. This sweet goodness right here. Delicioso. I've been up since 5 a.m. Central. So, also, if you're like, wow, Warren's really washed out, man. Can you do anything with that? No, I am Casper, the ghost. Somewhat friendly, depending on the situation. So, yeah. Anyway, sit back and relax. We're just making this chill. As they say in the retail biz, this is a soft opening. We may have like a grand opening special sometime in the near future. Get all our pals together and talk about some things that's going on. Speaking of talking about things going on, might as well get into it. So, here we go. This is from DD Geopolitics. I'm getting a lot of this stuff from Twitter, and the information down below here is more stuff. We may be able to cover that later. We'll see. But in the meantime, so right now the Israeli ultra-orthodox Jews are having none of this Israeli army business. I love DD Geopolitics. And not just because Raina is a very pretty lady. All right. She does good work. Okay. You can be pretty and do good work. I mean, hello. Anyway, let's, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So this is from Twitter, and I'll get a lot faster at this, folks. So, don't go crazy. Can you guys still hear me? Probably not. Right? No? Oh, you can. Okay. Seriously, I am so paranoid about this stuff. All right, so Israeli ultra-Orthodox Jews protest military draft ruling. Thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews crowded the streets of Jerusalem to complain about the Supreme Court ruling that the long-standing religious exemption allowing them to skip conscription, that means being entered into the Israeli army, no longer applies. Their special permission to avoid service on the grounds of religious studying has caused friction in recent months as the war on Gaza has dragged on. So here's some of what's going on here. Let's see. Let me go full screen. All right. Yeah, so they are having none of this over in Jerusalem. So, and that just adds to the divide that's already there, right? So, and here's more. I remember when I lived in Brooklyn, there was protests then from the historic about not just the war, but also the youth being drafted into the army. Just crazy. So so if Israel didn't have enough problems with the world, basically just saying, hey, we don't work with genociders. Now they got division within the ranks. You already had division from the Israeli Karens who just didn't like the way Netanyahu was doing it in Gaza and wanted it to be worse and over with. And, just these incredibly evil people thinking this shit. And yeah, so they were protesting as well. Amazing. Crazy. So yeah. And that's not all, friends. You've been seeing all these videos on TikTok and here, YouTube, surprisingly, not as much, or on Twitter because of the gatekeepers, but of the genocide that's going on over there. So now the U.S. House of Representatives want to keep the number of people being genocided on the down low, which is insanely ridiculous. So this is from Press TV, and genocidal denial House passes amendment to bar citing Gaza death toll. So this was from Friday. It was updated on Friday too. You probably heard about this. The U.S. House of Representatives have approved an amendment that would prevent State Department officials from citing casualty figures from the Gaza Health Ministry as the Israeli regime's genocidal war on the besieged Strip rages on. The bill, which was passed on Thursday, now awaits Senate consideration, and the amendment has been met with strong opposition from Palestinian American Representative Rashida Tlaib, who labeled the decision, quote, absolutely unconscionable and indicative of a broader trust of dehumanization of Palestinians in the legislative body. Since 1984, she goes on, there's been a coordinated effort, especially in this chamber, to dehumanize Palestinians and erase Palestinians from existence. She said in a floor speech on Wednesday, the Israeli apartheid regime, she maintained, is carrying out a genocide in Gaza. So at least she is calling it a genocide. These others were hemming and hawing over it. I think that's what got Jamal Bowman in trouble, was he was a fence sitter. He was like, hey, it's genocide. And then it was like, nah, Israel's cool. And then everybody just said, well, fuck you. And that's how that worked. And now you don't have Jamal Bowman pulling fire alarms in Congress. Yeah, I know, right? Good thing Congress doesn't pick sides. Yeah, so banning news is now bipartisan. Of course. When you're paid by the same people, of course, you're going to do the same things. You just, one group is going to do it their way, and the other group's going to do it the other way. Let's look at it like this. Let's put it in sports ball terms, right? You got the Chicago Bears there, right? Go Bears. The Bears, right? The Bears have their own style, and their style is losing football games. But I digress, right? And then you go up to Minnesota, and you got the Vikings up there. Yeah, they they have that horn. But it's different teams with different styles, but they work in the same league. Even though they're individual owners, and the individual owners are paying the individual players on those individual teams, it's still teams. And that's how it works in politics too, right? It is time for a secular successor state that is neither Jewish nor Palestinian, but have both people living there with no discrimination. Right on, Willie, exactly. Let's get back to this. So she goes on, she says this is genocide denial, and she's absolutely right there. She's been shit on a lot of things, but Palestine, she's between a rock and a hard place where she's at, but at least she's calling it out, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not praising any of these politicians or any of these elected people. We all know that this is all built on a foundation of shit, and unless you change the foundation, voting ain't going to matter. None of these elections are going to matter. It's just theater to you. But I digress, right? Okay, so it is what it is. She says, my colleagues want to prohibit our own U.S. officials from even citing the Palestinian death toll. So she went on to read it. Here are the latest casualties of Palestinians killed. 37,718 Palestinians, including more than 15,000 Palestinian children, and more than 86,000 Palestinians have been injured. She got those figures from the Gaza Health Ministry. And of course, that's all the ones that they've counted. You know, there's still people missing in the rubble. There may be people that are just like they were in 9/11 when the buildings collapsed on them. You find fragments of them. It's horrible, right? And it needs to be reported, right? I know. I said I don't want to interject my opinion too much, but goddamn it, you got to do that shit. You got to tell people, especially when you live in a country where the motherfuckers are funding this shit. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Assistant Secretary of State for Near Eastern Affairs, Barbara Lee, Jesus Christ, that's a long title, previously testified that the actual death toll could be higher than reported, with many missing, presumed deceased under the debris of buildings bombed by Israeli forces since October 7th. The amendment initiatives was led by Representatives Jared Moskowitz, Josh Gottheimer, that doesn't sound Nazi, Joe Wilson, Mike Lawler, and Carol Miller. I wonder if that's the same Joe Wilson that was a senator not too long. He was like a senator for 5 minutes. Representative Barbara Lee also voiced her objections on the House floor, noting that the Gaza Health Ministry's data is, quote, often the most information available about what is happening on the ground in Gaza, right? And, coupled with that, the information that you get from independent reporters who have actually been on the ground there, that's it. You know, you're not getting any of this information from the mainstream media, obviously, and we need to be educating our normie, family and friends, right? I mean, you don't have to be hostile with it, but you got to tell them, look, man, this is a straight up genocide. That ain't hyperbole. Just and. If they don't want to look at the pictures, which nobody wants to look at the pictures, but you have to look at the pictures to understand the extent of what's going on over there. World Health Organization spokesperson Christian Lindmeier expressed confidence in the accuracy of the agency's figures, stating last month that the overall data remains consistent. As far as Israel sealing the borders, barring foreign journalists and others who can offer reporting like this, journalists and medical professionals are the only ones there who can do that, right? And you say, well, why are they bombing hospitals? Why are they bombing everybody? Because everybody has lips and everybody has a voice, and they can tell you exactly what's going on over there. And if it comes out of the mouth of a doctor or somebody that's just not, pretty sure they're not going to bullshit you, they don't want that to happen. So, so that's a good article there from DD Geopolitics. You can catch them on YouTube as well. I think they do a daily show. I'm not quite sure. And to add insult to injury, of course, we got to keep sending those bombs to Israel. Why? Because we're homicidal maniacs, apparently. So this is Dave DeCamp, I believe, from antiwar.com. Kyle Anzalone, also from there, sharing that. And check out Conflicts of Interest with Kyle Anzalone. And he usually has his crew of independent reporters working on a lot of these stories, and a lot of this information I'm getting from them. So no slant, it's good information, highly recommended. So what he's got here, U.S. has sent Israel over 2,000 pound bombs since October 7th. 10,000 of a 2,000-pound bomb. Like I said, this is from Dave DeCamp. The U.S. has given Israel a massive number of heavy munitions since October 7th, including 14,000 of the highly destructive MK-84 2,000-pound bombs that have been repeatedly dropped on civilians in Gaza. That was from Reuters. Two U.S. officials told Reuters that the U.S. also sent 6,500 500-pound bombs. That's a lot of numbers. 3,000 Hellfire missiles, 1,000 bunker buster bombs, 2,600 small diameter bombs, and other munitions. Good morning, John. Good to see you, man. And you too, Bella. What's up? Anybody else that's come in, if I missed you, good to see you. We're just doing the news here, talking about more shenanigans over in Israel. The large number of munitions demonstrates the fact that the Biden administration's pause on a shipment of powerful bombs did not have a real impact on U.S. military support for Israel. Axios reported on June 27th that the U.S. had approved the transfer of 1,700 500-pound bombs that were part of the paused shipment. And an administration official told reporters last week that the U.S. had provided Israel with $6.5 billion worth of weapons since October 7th to support the slaughter and starvation of Palestinians in Gaza. The administration has vowed Israel will receive all of the $17 billion in additional military aid that was included in the $95 billion bill President Biden signed into law in April. Disgusting. So it's just, for those of us who were paying attention during the Iraq War and Afghanistan, we're seeing the same things here. It's just this grinding, just to continue to sell weapons for this destruction and this hate and this devastation and these deaths, and it's just a matter of, are we ever going to rise up and, do something about it? Hang on just a second. I'm checking something here real quick. I have a nice little treat for you. If I can get this working. Our friend Charlie G on Twitter has been doing some kick-ass stuff. Hang on a second. And this is probably going to sound weird. I probably should have tested this earlier. Sorry. Oh, okay. Cool. We might, let's see. We might be in good shape, y'all. We might be in good shape. We see. It's the first time. Okay, I think I got this. All right. So, let me get this set up. So our buddy, Charlie G on Twitter, AKA, wait a minute. Oh, Work Week Normies on Twitter, because she's been getting harassed, or they've been getting harassed at their other Twitter account. So Friends of Charlie G, ZXI on Twitter, put together this nice little video called A Different Nazi. That's all. Kind of a take on some Pink Floyd tunes, 24 music tracks, 57 video sources, crammed into 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Listen with headphones. Damn it. They say I mixed 2 different Pink Floyd songs together, which was nearly impossible. You might want to watch it a few times. There's a lot there. Yeah. So, and let me know if you can hear it. Let's get this set up and check it out. Check it out.
pure anti-Semitism.
Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, period, full stop.
Zionistic, fascist, racist. Israel, leave them kids alone. Hey! Israel, quit killing kids with drones! All in all, you're just a different Nazi that's ours is gone. The others hold on. Home is just a memory. Staring down a side barrel. What else did they expect from me to choose? Hey, Israel, I've got nothing left to lose. Yeah. All in all, you're just another Nazi, that's all.
Zionism is poison for everybody, including the Jews.
I know. I told you right off the top there's going to be audio issues. I just hit the mute button and I forgot that I have this cool mute button. I got this little setup here. You guys hear me now? If I lean in, look. This is like a little. It's so soft. I wish. Oh God, I wish this was midnight. I would say it. What I wish I had another one of these, and I wish what they were. But my nighttime people, you know the dirty thoughts. You know what I was saying. Hey, what's up, D? Okay. No, I hit the mute button because I didn't want to be like, picking my nose sounds during the, Charlie's thing. So that was a good video. Charlie put up another one to the tune of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So go on there. It's Work Week Normies on Twitter. So all right, good stuff. Well, so as this show goes, we start off with the heavy. We bludgeon you to death with all the mire and the just horrible shit, and then we give you some candy. We bring it back down and bring you some stuff that's a little less weird or a little less down on a morning like this. Anyway, so did you know over the weekend China was doing some rocket testing and oopsie sauce? Well, let's watch. So, wait a minute. For those who who are listening, there's text here. Let me start this over. So a Chinese space rocket blasted off without warning during a test of its engines and crashed into a mountain. Let's watch. Up and away, we're going to the sky. It's gonna be a brand new day. Wait, okay, now watch it fall. It look for all my smokers out there. Doesn't it look like somebody dropped their cigarette and it's heading for the carpet? It's heading for the carpet. And not a moose. So you want that sweet candy? You getting it? Look at that. Then wait, look at this. It looks like somebody dropped a cigarette. Look at that. And then wait a minute. Bad camera work, but the payoff's coming. Space Pioneer said the incident was due to a structural failure of the launch moorings. That. The company said that after the misfire, the onboard computers shut down the rocket. And it crashed into the hills about 1.5 kilometers from the test site, far away from the urban area of, what was it? Of Gangyi. Yeah, so, and people were looking at this and they were going, okay, Chinese, man, they're just like, there's junk, man. You know, the stuff that we sell in America, it's all Chinese, man. It is all Chinese, but there's something else that's all Chinese too. And let's see where it is. Is that wait a minute. Oh wait. Okay, sorry. I promise you next time we do this, there'll be better things, better situations. So Kit Clarenberg on the tweeters, he had this. Let me set this up for you. I thought this was very fun. So if we were in a war with China and it stopped providing parts to the United States military, we wouldn't be able to build the planes and weapons we need. That was a direct quote from in an exclusive interview with Daily Mail retired U.S. With the DailyMail.com, retired U.S. Army Major General John G. Ferrari said he had, quote, grave concerns about America's ongoing reliance on China to equip its military. So you do all that outsourcing, then it comes pop time. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Who's making the bullets? Chinese manufacturers are deeply embedded in U.S. defense systems, providing critical technology and raw materials used in everything from air-to-air missiles to fighter jets. General Ferrari, who served as a deputy commander for NATO in Afghanistan, admitted that Beijing could cripple America's ability to arm itself by cutting off supply lines. This is not The Onion. This is some real shit. Quote, if we were in a war with China and it stopped providing parts, we wouldn't be able to build the planes and weapons we need. So it's like, I can't whoop your ass unless you give me a baseball bat. If you don't give me, but I'm really concerned that you not giving me a baseball bat is going to keep me from whooping your ass. Why go to war with China? More weapons. These people they're thinking short term. They probably have like these bunkers somewhere under Nebraska in the mountains or wherever that they're going to hide out from. And they say, yeah, just let's make our money now. We'll build all this shit, save the stuff. Everybody will kill each other. And then we'll emerge from the bunkers and we'll take over the world and blah, blah, blah. That's probably, I probably nuts and bolts it too much there. But That was pretty much it. That's pretty much how that worked. So yeah, that was from Kit Clarenberg. He shared that on that. And then a lot of people shared that too. I thought that was pretty funny. So what else have we got here? We got plenty of stuff here. So I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to be able to fill an hour. I didn't have enough stuff. And here it is 10 till. So we might do 2 hours today, kids, for the inaugural launch of the Starship Mornin Extra. So, but let's get to the next thing we got here. So that's the rocket. We did that one. You know, if that's not bad enough, whoa, science, you getting all greedy. The Earth is splitting up, and I don't mean like, you know, breaking up in a relationship. It's literally splitting. Because it does it, right? Plate tectonics. You know how plate tectonics work, right? Shit, the crust, it moves, and then it goes under another plate, and then sometimes it gets stuck, and it boom, and that's how you get earthquakes. Sometimes they push together the plates, and that's how you get mountains. You know, that's some geology 101 for you right there. But this, you know, talk about crack coming out of Mexico. Wow. All right. We don't need the music, but I will read this, if I can get this going here. Lordy. I heard, speaking of Lordy, JB Font, just turned 40, I think over the weekend. So happy birthday, JB. Good on you, friend. He's a youngster too. He doesn't look 40. He probably feels 60. God love him. Good man, though. Let's get to this. This is, what is this? So this is in the municipality of Tula, Tamaulipas, Mexico. This was June 26th, 2024. So this is wild. This is just like the Earth just split open. I'm not going to play that music. That music is just too damn loud, but you can see this. So look at this. Just this, you know, you thought crack was coming out of Mexico before. Hey! So yeah, so 3 kilometer long crack appears in this municipality in Mexico. That's what the Earth does, y'all. Earth does that change and shit. And it does some splitting up, right? Sometimes, you know, you don't have enough oil of Olay to cover those wrinkles. So what are you going to do? But yeah, I just, I shared that, my buddy Kevin over there at Black Bear News, he, I'm sure he would get a kick out of this kind of stuff. So I know I do. I just think it's just fascinating. And until somebody's house splits open. Of course, crack jokes. Yes, I know, right? If black don't crack, then crack don't crack. Crack does crack. We saw it. It was cracked. It was straight up cracked. I ain't even fronting, as the kids say. What else we got here? Oh, okay. This fucker. All right, so we're starting a new segment here. I don't have any graphics or anything fun like that, but it's called, what's it called? What do I call this shit? Oh yeah, Dick of the Week. And it's only Monday. So I don't know if you guys, any of you guys are fans of Tim Pool. Maybe you are. I don't really care. He's just another head telling you bullshit, just so he can make some cash off you. That's straight up. I mean, you know, what do you want? What do you want from my life? So let's check this out. This is from Muck Crooks Hov on the tweeters. See if we can do something better here with the make this a little bigger. All right. So Tim Pool bought the land. A do-it-yourself skate park was built on after the locals denied his money for a skate event they didn't want Tim to be a part of. All right, so there's some things here. So on August 21st of last year, Tim Pool, a prominent right-wing podcaster, inserted himself into the 10th anniversary skateboard event and contest at the Martinsburg Do-It-Yourself Skate Park with the idea of committing a total of $20,000 prize money for first, second, and third place winners. This self-insertion was without the guidance or knowledge of the local skateboarders who led the DIY spot. To avoid possible negative attention that would be associated with Tim Pool, and there is, come on, the money was refused and Tim Pool was barred from attending the event by local skaters. Okay, so this is Tim Pool saying, I'm committed 20,000 towards prizes at this local DIY skate jam best trick contest. All they said. So that's him announcing he was going to do the shit. The Martinsburg DIY skate park was an unofficial skating spot, so the property owner was unaffiliated with the local skate scene. The head locals of the do-it-yourself skate park were in contact with the property owner and even had permission to continue to use the land for skating and minor obstacle development. But on September 11th of last year, only 21 days after Tim Pool's tweet announcing his involvement in the event in Martinsburg, West Virginia, which held the do-it-yourself spot, he bought it. It was bought for $850,000 by the Will of the People Production LLC. Will of the People Production LLC is owned solely by, guess who? Tim Pool. Tim Pool bought the land. He bought the land which resided the Martinsburg DIY skate park, which devastated the Martinsburg skate scene. All right, so spoiler alert, I'm old as fuck. I don't skate, but I know skaters, right? And I know what the scene is like. I understand, building something like that and just, it becoming a part of the community, and it's just a positive thing. And then these fucksticks come along like Tim Pool and gotta piss in the Kool-Aid. Really terrible. So I know some of you watched the debate, the presidential debate on Thursday. And there were, I think I put on Twitter, there was various reasons for people watching the debate. You had your cultists who were watching the debate to cheer on their team. You had I'm going to say at this point, a very few normal people who are looking to find out what the issues are from these two. And you sure as fuck didn't get that Thursday night. So, and then there was people like me who was just kind of watching it to see what kind of car wreck it was going to be for Joe Biden. And boy, he didn't disappoint. Like I said, this is all show and everything, but in a little bit of retrospect, for all the years, all the evil shit that Joe Biden's done, to see him go out like this, like basically a punk bitch, just, being led around by his wife, told what to do, Nancy Reagan 2.0, karma is a female dog. That is for sure. Tim Pool is on the Ukrainian kill list. I don't know, is he? I don't know about this Ukrainian kill list. That something tells me it's Vosh in his basement or something, just like, thinking he's some evil mastermind or some shit. That motherfucker. Anyway, so after that debacle, the Dems were scrambling. That was another good thing, was watching them squirm. The White House was saying he had a cold. Yeah, okay. So that was kind of funny. I mean, you think they would have been a little more creative because nobody knew he had a cold. That was bullshit. So, but I think the Dems are in good shape because Alan McLeod over there at Mint Press News has figured it out. He cracked not Mexico, but the cheat code. So. And let's get this set up. And it's going to be Juan Guaido, ladies and gentlemen. He says sources have confirmed that Juan Guaido has appointed himself interim Democratic Party presidential candidate. This is your guy, Dems. Come on. That's right. And I said that guy gets around. Still the Dems' best hope. Drugs didn't work. The drugs did not work. He was totally just like, he was out of it. That whoever was talking about sundowning, yeah, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. You know, he's probably asleep like 2 hours ago. Yeah, so they're going to be scrambling. But here's the thing. They're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't. Because it's been, I don't know, maybe it was, I think it was like Franklin Pierce or something, some rando president back in the day. They took him off the ballot and replaced him, and they got their ass kicked. That's the thing. If the Democrats, if they replace Biden, the Democrats are, you might as well just call them the Whigs, because nobody's gonna take them seriously anymore. What cult that they've cultivated will dry up, and there will be no new suckers who will believe that shit anymore. They'll be like, you had to replace your candidate who didn't even officially secure the nomination yet. So next month here in Chicago, the Democratic National Convention, which I didn't really give a shit about before, just suddenly got a little bit more interesting. So we may have to sneak a peekaloo into that. What do we got next? Like I said, if you enjoy what you're watching, if you don't enjoy what you're watching, just hit the like, hit the dislike. But if you do like it, tell your friends if you have any. I hope you have some. I'm pretty sure you do. And let them know that we're doing this. We're going to try and do this again Wednesday. I think the audio issues kind of figured themselves out. Probably not going to have any guests on for a while, but we're going to try and get guests because they were complaining before, like, it's too late. You do this show late at night and I'm all sleeping. I got to get some sleep. I'm like, all right, well, what about in the morning now? You know, of course, they're probably like on methamphetamines. You know, I ain't ready for that either. So, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, so staying on the presidential debate from the other night, George Galloway chimed in. He had a little something to say about it. So let's see what he had to say. If you're into that sort of thing. Woohoo!
Curious about our curriculum? Have something to say? Then call us now to join the debate on the mother of all talk shows. The only education you can get for free. George Galloway. The mother of all talk shows. With George Galloway. The world is our classroom, and you're welcome to sit in and join the seminar.
Thank you, Chris. As you know, I was watching the debate between Joseph Biden, the current president of the United States, and Donald Trump, both a bunch of braggart arseholes in their own right. But I digress. It was shameful to see the haggis the murder of such an old, frail man. He looked like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons on a 3-day meth binge with special guest fentanyl. Everyone knows that this cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs piece of crap president is no good. Everyone knows that the former president, Donald J. Trump, is also bollocks, bloody shite. It's not the lesser of two evils, it's the lesser of two senilities. And everyone knows it's Wendy, like the song says, but not Wendy's. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, I have to get up because of incontinence. But at least I'm not the leader of the free world. I watched that debate on Thursday night and saw how Joe Biden and Donald Trump in a room full of nobody but two incompetent CNN propagandists. Hey lad, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Unfortunately. Now, as we get closer to November, I have to say, for once in my life, I am speechless, yet I am still talking. I don't know how that happens, but it's happening right now, right here. Now, what will the Democrats do with this crypt keeper who seems to only function on opioids and wishful thinking? Who will replace Joe Biden as the sacrificial lamb in the Democratic Party to Donald Trump and his bulldozer? It wasn't even a debate. They looked like they were the plaintiff and the defendant on Judge Judy, a television program in America with a judge. Donald Trump could have walked in there bedless, drinking Scotch whiskey with a hooker on his arm, and still would have won the debate over Sleepy Genocide Joe. They were declared their party's nominee, but they did not even secure the nomination yet. That is America. That is late-stage capitalism. That's all I have to say about American politics. But I will say one thing in conclusion. It does make for a good diuretic. Now I am off to go take a crap. Enjoy your haggis and don't take the shite. Rochdale, you heard?
I know. I know. I know. All right. And I was conscious about it. I said, I had the mute button on. And I had this little thing. And I could look over it and it would be a little red dot. But no, I got all up in it. So, can you guys hear me okay now? Are we okay? Are we still good? Will you still love me for the rest of my life? That was a shitty Chicago song from the 90s. This behind me is awesome Chicago from the 1960s when I was born right here. Well, not right here. I wasn't born in this condo. I may have been, but no, the hospital I was born in is now a soccer field. So, and I do like sports, so it kind of makes sense. Thanks, Fred. Fred, I wanted to make sure that you could hear George. Me, I'm just, I'm secondary. I'm not important in the grand scheme. It's we got to spread the word of George. what else we got going? Oh, yeah. So, finally, some good news. If I can get this this bullshit going here. What is this going on? Okay, so as you know, or if you haven't figured it out, Julian Assange is free. He is back home in Australia now with his wife and kids. So it's good. It's good he's home, obviously, for his own self. And this is the first time his kids actually get to interact with him in person, like outside of the jail. So they get to actually have a family life, and that's really just amazing that he's home. Now, I know there's some controversy about why he's home. And the plea deal, I'm not going to get into the weeds about all that. All I say is, as someone who's worked in journalism themselves, you would go to great lengths to do what you have to do, to make sure that the information gets out there. But I was single. I didn't have kids. I didn't have young kids who are now starting to get older and starting to become adults. So I don't have that mind frame of what I would do. We can only guess the kind of torture and punishment that he went through while he was in there. So to say, well, he should have stood his ground, you don't know. Unless you're in that person's shoes, you just don't know. So anyway, like I said, that's a conversation for probably smarter people than me to tackle. But I just want to pass along this good news. This is some good stuff here. So let's see. So this is Kathy Vogan on the tweeters there, journalist for Consortium News. Sydney is hosting an event for Julian Assange. So I'm not sure if he's going to be attending, but it's a celebration nonetheless of him getting out of prison and being back home. So she goes on, Sydney event. This is not a dream. Sunday, July 7th in the Herald Park Hotel in Glebe. I'm not quite sure where that is. Or it's Aussie, so it might be Glebby. You might say Glebby out there. I'm not sure how you'd say it, but I'm saying it Glebby because it's funner. Celebrating the freedom of Julian Assange and those who battled for all those years to save him. So they're going to be live streaming that on X and YouTube. It's politicsinthepub.org.au and consortiumnews.com. Mark Davis, Mary Kostakidis, Kim Staton, Joe Lauria, and more. So open mic for the street crews, celebrating the freedom of Assange and those who battled to save him. So I think that's great. And a special shout out to my buddy, Misty Winston, who will probably tell me to go get fucked for singling her out. But I'll single her out anyway, because she has, at least amongst my friends, she has been the most vocal about freeing Julian Assange and press freedom in general. But I will caveat it and say this for her, that she's not the only one. Were many, many, many people who made this happen for Julian Assange. Pressure makes diamonds, and I don't think there would have been the pressure to do it. Now, the evidence that the United States had was thin at best, and they may have let him go anyway. But, like I said, however you feel about it, yes, be skeptical. Always be skeptical of everything, right? Be skeptical of everything. But at least right now, enjoy the fact that at least one journalist is not in prison right now. We got to get everybody else out as well. So I guess it's going to do it for the show. We ran long. We ran a little long, but that's okay. I think it was okay, except for me, screwing up my audio a couple times. I think everything went okay. Willie says, I'm still trying to figure out that if I am having a dream about Julian Assange actually being freed. Well, I mean, how much fuckery has gone on? So when something good does happen, you automatically want to go, okay, what's the catch? Right? That's how we've been beaten down. We've been beaten down to the point where it's just like, we can't even enjoy nice things, but we can enjoy this. I think this is a good thing. And I hope, you know, I hope he gets pardoned, because this conviction is not a good precedent for other journalists around the world. But that's where the real bravery comes in. The independent journalists who are going into these countries, who are going and talking to people who know shit that aren't propagandists. That's what we need, and we need to keep that going. Not just in the world, but here in our little space, in our little neck of the woods. So before we go, I want to shout out a couple of peeps that's going to be on later today. My boy GameDotFilm. You can check him out tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. News, headlines, movie talk, gaming. I believe he's Twitch and on YouTube as well. So check out Game.Film. Also, Dynamo D tonight, Around the World D and Friends, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Check that out. Talking about world and national news. Usually has Joe Firestone on there, among others. Talking about the events going on in Israel, in Ukraine, and other parts of the world. So be sure to check out those folks and all the cats here in independent media that's trying to do the do. You know, trying to hook you up with that 411, and you know, hopefully, you know, we won't get fooled again. Keep the education going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Tell your friends. Tell your family. When you tell them this stuff, tell them you love them. Tell them you love them. Say, look, I love you, brother. But this stuff you believe, no bueno. Here's the real deal. I love you. I love you. You got to keep telling them you love them, because they're going to think you're trying to run their life or whatever. It's not the case at all. Have a great day, folks. I guess we'll do this again Wednesday. If not, we'll do it again Friday, but you'll see the notices and all that. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for joining me on the maiden voyage here of the Starship Mornin Extra. I always start these things off. My nerves are like, ah! But by the end of the show, you know, it seems like everybody pitches in and comes around here and, you know, hangs out. You know, it's a good morning spot to hang out if you want to. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. We'll see you when we see you. Peace out. Keep that booty nice and clean. You should. It's the morning. You want dirty ass in the morning? What the hell's wrong with you?
This is City Alpha 5! Woo! Damn good song, wasn't it, dog? You like that song? All right.